2019 Broadcast Camp Special coming to you from Trojan TV News Studios at Park Hill School District Central Office.
We'll be bringing you stories from both future Trojan TV students as well as Southside Scoop students and a few others throughout the Northland. I'm Grace Krieger.
And I'm Thomas Garrett. Yesterday we visited the Riverside Junior Police Academy. Special reporter Natalie Smith has more on that.
That's right. Here in the middle school broadcast camp, we are exploring the possibilities in a career in journalism. At the Junior Police Academy, students are learning about careers in law enforcement. We had a chance to learn and capture their experience. Here are those stories.
The people risking their lives to protect our community are truly admirable. But all of that had to come from somewhere. The Riverside Police Academy is ready to help students explore law enforcement, and all that goes into it.
To establish good relationships with the youth in our community, to help them learn more about the profession if it's something that they're interested in doing later on after they graduate high school and college.
Yet many recruits argue that these skills are the most important.
Teamwork is very important in this cop academy or police academy, because if you don't have teamwork, then you're going to be alone throughout the whole thing and everything is going to be so much harder to do.
So our core values, it's really kind of neat. It's actually an acronym. So the acronym is LISTEN. So each letter stands for loyalty, integrity, steadfastness, transparency, effectiveness, and nobility. So each of those are values that we expect from each officer from this department.
Through activities and drills, students here can learn and revisit the importance of this same skill.
The most valuable thing that I've learned is how to cooperate with everybody and making sure that you're able to deal with the really hard stuff and make sure you can get past that through with everybody.
With these skills under their belt, these students are looking forward to graduating and protecting their community. For the summer broadcast camp, along with Thomas Garrett and Grace Krieger, I'm George Bay.
In the workforce can be a touchy subject, but at the Riverside Police Patrol, things are getting better when young girls are signing up for the Junior Police Camp. For Chloe Morales, some male officers' decisions can be frustrating.
Different areas, like certain people won't take you as seriously. Like I've heard stories of women who they call backup because a female officer was called onto the scene, which I can understand to a certain degree because generally women aren't as strong, but that doesn't, defy like how good you are as an officer, because it's not just about strength.
Drop the keys out of the window.
The ratio of men to women is astounding. This is usual to have a small amount of women.
There are 4 on the patrol.
However, the number of men in the Riverside Police Department is typical.
Probably 20 of us.
Times more men than there are women in the Riverside Police Patrol.
In certain situations, they can relate better with the people that we interact with, and they can establish a rapport a lot easier than we can.
Signing off, this is Macy Morris along with Natalie Smith, reporting from the Summer Broadcast Camp 2019.
A huge part of being in the police academy is staying safe.
Many times when an officer gets hurt out there, there's a few mistakes that come from a traffic stop, whether that's not executing what you're taught properly or that's just making the assumption that everything is going to be routine when it's not end up routine.
Just like sports, getting along is essential to the team.
So you still have to work with that person even though you don't get along with their personality type.
A common trait of all cadets is passion. It's
just an expression of me getting to practice what I love to do. I've wanted to do this since I was 6 years old, and it just kind of came as a calling to me.
If you're not in the academy and you want to give it a shot,
I would say just do it, because even if you have a small, minute interest in law enforcement, you'll find this extremely interesting.
There is not just 1 or 2, but a variety of jobs to choose from.
You don't have to be just a CSI person. You don't have to be just a law enforcement CJ person or criminal justice person. You can be a dispatcher. You can be an investigator. You can be a detective.
Signing off for the summer broadcast camp, I'm Toby Ford, along with Sully Ford and Brady Wetzel.
Thank you to our reporters with those stories.
How do you feel that this experience was beneficial?
The people we met and the things we saw were all very constructive and gave our group a great insight to the local police department.
Our law enforcement work day in and day out keeping our community safe, but everybody needs a break at some point. Let's take a look at how some of our crew members spend their vacation days.
I am Addison Womack with your summer vacation report on location, Colorado Springs. Colorado, a beautiful sight because of its mountainous terrain. But is it more than just a pretty landscape? 2 years ago, midsummer, George and his family took a trip to Colorado for their family vacation. They took tours, drank murky spring water, and spent time together in their cabin. But one night, while they were staying in their cabin, 2 garbage bags were found ripped by their lodge. A few of George's family members speculated that it must have been ripped on something, but George's grandpa suspected it to be a bear. The rest of the family was left in terror, but made the most of the rest of their trip until they drove home. This is Addison Womack reporting for the Southside Scoop. Back to you at the studio.
I am Natalie Smith with your summer vacation report on a location in a cruise. Let's sail off to this next story in the summer of 2018. Matt's family got cheap tickets to a cruise ship. This specific cruise travels to places like Jamaica. The enjoyable things were free food and the wave ride, things he would remember in years to come. This is Natalie reporting for the Southside Scoop.
I am Thomas Garrett with your summer vacation report on location in Cocoa Beach, Florida. 4 years ago, Toby did it all in Florida. Toby went to Florida to see his aunt and uncle, but the vacation started to get way bigger. Toby went to the beach and swam. He went to Disney World and rode a ton of roller coasters. And if you thought this was enough, he also went to Universal Studios. Toby truly did it all. This is Thomas Garrett reporting for the Southside Scoop. Back to you in the studio.
I'm Grace Krieger with your summer vacation report on location in Eden. Holidays are times that should be spent with friends and family, and Addison's vacation was no exception. She fondly remembers her family trip to the Lake of the Ozarks. Crystal clear water and breezes to cool her group off from the relentless sun shining above. Vivid memories of the colorful fireworks and birthday breakfasts are still fresh in her mind, and she loves to remember the cabin that her family stayed in. For the time being, it was her home away from home. She still remembers swimming in the cool lake under the heat of a blazing sun, playing with her cousins on a friendly unicorn floaty until her cousin slipped and accidentally kneed her in the face. Everyone loved the Lake of the Ozarks, and given the opportunity, she would love to return. This is Grace Krieger reporting from Southside Scoop. Back to you in the studio.
I am Brady with your summer vacation report on location in Chicago, Illinois. Sully felt like he just hit a home run when he found out that he and his family would go to a Chicago Cubs game. The crowd roaring energy was shown with team spirits and catchy chants. On this warm July day in 2013, Sully found his new favorite team. That day, the Cubs scored a win and a new fan. This is Brady reporting for the Southside Scoop. Back to you in the
I am George with your summer vacation report on location in Mexico. Thomas was enjoying his vacation until all of his plans were washed away. A year ago, Thomas went to Mexico for a family vacation. He visited an island and swam with dolphins. But then, flooding occurred 2 days before he was going to leave and had to leave 2 days early. Luckily, no one in his family was hurt. This is George reporting for Trojan TV.
I'm Macy with your summer vacation report on location in the Oklahoma City Thunder Arena. Some dream of getting one of their favorite players' autograph, but for Brady Witzel, dreams have become reality. In December of 2017, Brady and his family drove all the way to Oklahoma City to see one of his favorite teams play and get a bunch of autographs he will always keep. It was an unreal moment when Jeff Teague, Andrew Wiggins, and Ryan Saunders, the head of the Timberwolves, signed his tickets. His jaw dropped when he saw a buzzer beater, and his heart sank when he had to leave. Maybe when he's older, he'll play on the court. This is Macy Morris reporting for the Southside Scoop. Back to you in the studio.
I am Sully with you, summer vacation on location in New York City. Some people get tired of school, and Grace was one of them. So she escaped to the Big Apple. Grace and her mom had a great time seeing Broadway shows and the Statue of Liberty. Grace would love to go back to New York. Maybe next time she'll be on the stage. This is Sully reporting for Trojan TV News. Back to you in the studio.
I am Matthew Ringo with your summer vacation report on location in Turks and Caicos. Macy Morris had fun at the beach, but this beach she has never seen before. Macy Morris and her family went to Turks and Caicos for her 2019 spring break. She went there for a family vacation, and walking down the boardwalk, she had a great time, but the morning she got home in tears, wanting to go back. This is Matthew Ringo reporting for the Southside Scoop. Back to you.
I'm Toby Ford with your summer vacation report on location in Jamaica. Natalie had tears in her eyes on the island, not because it is beautiful, but because of her parents' wedding. As she wiped those tears away, she sees ants on her feet. But that is not what matters, as her parents promise to spend the rest of their life together. This is Toby Ford reporting.
Thanks, guys. Those trips sounded really amazing. A lot of those places were very sunny. Let's see what Macy says about the weather here in KC.
Thank you so much, Thomas. So today we're looking about 91 degrees. It's partly cloudy, but humidity is a whopping 90%. So girls, you might want to wear those messy buns, not those curls, if you know what I mean. Moving into our 7-day forecast, as you can see, it's pretty windy with the flags. And so it's going to be about upper 90s and going to be pretty humid. So we're looking pretty humid, pretty hot. You guys might want to use the pool, eat some popsicles, stay cool. And as you can see on Saturday, it says it's going to be 55 degrees, but that is not true. That was just our producer, Thomas, messing up once again. So thank you so much, Thomas. Woo! Yeah, so as much as I wish it was going to be 55 degrees to cool us off, it is not. Still going to be in that upper 90s. So stay cool, everyone. Enjoy your summer. Back to you in the...
Thanks, Macy. Unfortunately, this concludes our 2019 Summer Middle School broadcast. I'm Grace Krieger.
And I'm Thomas Garrett. We leave you with footage of some of our counselors' talents.
It's okay.